Ability, carry go. Obi get it, this is carry go. Forward ever, backward never. Get your BBC, they give them water. Ahead, yo. Go follow Obi go. Anywhere you day, go follow and go. Mama, papa, get your BBC. Brother, sister, make we start activity. Yelele, na beat Obi. Morning, noon and night, Obi, Obi. Get your BBC, Obi, go Obi. If not to make a choice, I wanna beat Obi. Everywhere I beat to be, everywhere I beat to be. Kuara yaka, kuporo yaka, kawara yegu. We must. Obedience is better than sacrifice. 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 Mama, papa, where your BBC? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Brother, sister, show me your BBC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. 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 Mama, papa, where your BBC? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Brother, sister, show me your BBC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Kererenke, Obi, kererenke, kererenke, Obi, kererenke. Kuara yaka, kuporo yaka, kawara yegu. We masara wa, we masata pi. Jofu, batofu, yeah.
Hello, good evening, Nigerians. I welcome you to today's edition of the program, Guest Appearance. My name is Tochpilo, your compatriot and unapologetical, obedient supporter. I'm presenting together with me is Obinna from Benin, and we are both presenting for and on behalf of Team Obi That's Life. Remember that we'll do this every Saturday, and of course, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Then, how many times have you kept a date with us as we slug it out, actually educating Team Atiku and Team Ashwaju on Tuesdays at 12 in midnight? Have you been with us? And how many have you been with us? Try to give it us your attention, because there is so much to learn about P2B, his manifesto, his programs, and of course, his knowledge. The man is a pack of knowledge. All right. Having said that, Obinna, how are you doing? How is Edo and Benin City in particular?
Good evening, Mr. Tilo. Good evening, Nigerians. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the event today. Once again, it's Saturday and a very great day here in the city of Benin, and it's happening as usual. Obedience in those states are working tirelessly to see that we are able to conquer from the deep grassroots down to the urban settlement of the state.
Mm.
Today alone, there were more than 7 different groups organizing rallies in different areas in Edo State. Talking about Esa Northeast, talking about Ovia Northeast, we're talking about the Ologbo area. In fact, to talk about little, but these are happening right now in Benin. And Edo PCC committee is doing so well to ensure that everything is going smooth and as it is needed to promote our principle, as well as media publicity is ongoing by the media PCC, which yours compatriot is a part of. So we are together right here again, Mr. Tido. I'm happy to be with you on the show.
Yes, it's my pleasure as always to have you. And you just gave us heartwarming news on the activities of the PCC in Edo State. I mean, if I am to say, I would think that it's possible that P2B is now a native of Edo State. Of course, he's a Nigerian native. Yes, I wouldn't be wrong to say that. Okay. Now, one would ask what's happening in Anambra State, and I'll tell you. This week, a remarkable thing happened, and people understood it differently. In Awka, there is this major pedestrian crossover along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. Now, this pedestrian crossover was adorned with the campaign banner of His Excellency Peter Obi on both sides of the pedestrian bridge. But just this week, the state government removed these giant banners on both sides of the bridge, and people got talking. But one man, I wouldn't know if I would say he's mentally deranged or what, but he wasn't looking, like you and I. He just said, the Bible said, and I quote, "Time shall come when I will write my laws, not on the slabs of stone or piece of paper, but in the heart of my people." This is what is happening here. And I was shocked hearing that, okay? I missed taking the video of the man as he, spoke, but that's just a summary of it, In Anambra State, everybody is talking Obi, I will vote for Obi, I will vote for Labour Party. So it doesn't matter how much the state governor Soludo fights against the people's choice. It doesn't matter what he brings on board to smear the campaign of His Excellency Peter Obi. The campaign is done here. People have bought the new change, which Obi represents and offers, and is everywhere. It has gone viral. I would say that it's even having a stronger effect in Enugu State. Okay, just this week, a rally was held. Of course, 2 rallies were held in Enugu this week. First, it was Team Tinubu that went to Enugu, and they had abysmal attendance by the people. Okay. And to cap it all, he insulted the Igbo people in general and the Enugu people in particular, telling them that they should keep sweating, and after they've sweated for him, he will give them a slice of bread. Oh, come on. Now people left angry and kept talking about it. But 2 days after that rally, the Labour Party had a groundbreaking rally in the same venue in Enugu, Opera Square, and Peter Obi was there live. Of course, before he got there, he had gone to his alma mater, University of Nigeria, where the students were all over him, such that they couldn't even allow him to go. Peter had to be moved to his helicopter that was waiting. And it was all a show of love. In Enugu particularly, He got there. Opera Square was completely filled up with people, both young and old, of both sex, all out to show their love for this incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, it goes
And
to
not to
who?
forget too, that over 200 persons defected on that visit from PDP into the Labour Party. You can
Yes,
remember that, Mr. Tilo. That is a part of it.
yes, it happened live, and of course, one knows that it's not surprising. More will happen, okay? And all over the country, people are already defecting. Look at in Kaduna State, right? In Kaduna State, the deputy speaker of Kaduna State has defected, alongside some other lawmakers, okay? So it's happening. And we're going to see more of that in the coming weeks and days. So that's it about what happened this week. Of course, I wouldn't want to miss mentioning the fact that P2B was in Anambra State this week, okay, on Tuesday precisely. He was here. He had a town hall meeting with the students in Oka at the Standard Dome. And after that, he went to see the traditional rulers of the house and then proceeded to Onitsha, All Saints Cathedral School, where he met with a lot of people who attended the rally. The whole of Onitsha was shut down out of jubilation. Okay. He was also in Delta State, and it was all show of love as usual. And I want to commend the people of Delta State. They are strongly obedient.
I am telling you, even the hometown, the very village of the ruling governor, who happened to be the vice president of the PDP, presently contesting under the Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, his own people, when the helicopter landed in his community, the whole community came out en masse, and their proclamation was, a new Nigeria is possible through you, sir. A new Nigeria is possible through you, sir. They have 100% belief in our principle, Mr. Peter. It is interesting. In fact, we need to give God the glory that our prayers are being heard by Him.
Oh, our Lord is so good. I'm telling you, the cry of the people has been heard, and He has come to our aid. All we need to do now as a people is to embrace it and refuse to let it go. All right? God has answered us. Nigeria will be great again. It all starts from the mind. Okay. So that is it. We've heard about Enugu, we've heard about Anambra, we've heard about Delta State, and of course we've heard about Edo, and we see that there is a serious progress. Okay. Now we are going to take it further to look at what has happened in other regions. But before we do that, today we are supposed to have as our guest one of the major contestants, the candidates of Labour Party in Anambra State here, Honorable Ilo Humphrey Anonobi, popularly known as Eselo Njikoka. Eselo Njikoka is contesting for a seat in Anambra State House of Assembly, and of course, he is a grassroots man. Okay, a grassroots man in the sense that the whole of Njikoka knows him very well as a man who believes in reform to make a better society. And that is why he is Labour Party and he's supporting the vision of His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, our own presidential candidate. Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Tilo, can you please help me repeat his name, please?
His name is Honorable Humphrey Anobi Aka Eselo Njikoka. Honorable Humphrey Anobi. He is going to join us soon, and then I'll speak about his candidacy and, of course, how he will bring to the grassroots division and ideas of Peter Obi, to make a better country and state. Now, What has happened in the country within the week? We know that INEC is still saying they are distributing the PVC, and it got serious because people complained. There are so many videos going viral, people complaining that INEC is strategically denying them their PVC by not issuing quite a good number in a day. We saw videos of people who went there with mat and pillow and vowed to sleep there if they do not get their PVC. We also saw another video of somebody who entered the INEC room, okay, in that office, and he himself happens not to be an INEC staff, and people got agitated and complained bitterly about that. But however, in some other locations, we hear and saw videos that people were being asked to come and pick their PVC. Now, what is going on? Whether the fault is from INEC or the fault is from the people, the fact is that the PVC distribution is not moving at the right speed. Just yesterday, INEC announced an extension of the termination date for collection of the permanent voters card. We now have more days, but we shouldn't wait for the last minute. Then it might be more difficult to do that. So if you have not gotten your PVC and you
sorry, Mr. Attilo, the date it was extended to is now 29th of January. 29th yes. of January 2023. So everybody should take note of the date.
And not just taking note of the date. Just go out there and go and get your PVC. Yeah, you might complain that it takes a long time, you queue, you wait, but it's still not much compared to the time you will have to wait if the wrong candidate gets into power. You wait in hunger, you wait in anger, you wait in ill-health, you wait in so many things that are negative. So it's better for us to sacrifice few hours, or rather few days, to get the PVC so that we can exercise our franchise. If it is a game by the umpire to disenfranchise people, then we must insist, that it won't happen by ensuring that we stay put until we all pick our PVC, so that we all can catch our votes. Now that is one aspect. It's also important that you, the obedient, keeps talking to your neighbors, keep talking to your friends, keep talking to your colleagues, telling them how important it is that they all vote for Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Many of them already have their PVC because they got it earlier than now, all right? So let them use their PVC wisely by voting Peter Obi. So we'll talk about that. It's very, very important. We'll be following up developments, okay, both from the print media, the national news, televisions, and of course the social media, to know what is happening in various locations as far as PVC collection is concerned. Okay, again, talking about 29th of January as a final date, we want to thank INEC for taking that move. It shows in one way their responsiveness to the voice of the people, and of course the voice of wisdom. It's our prayer that the security agencies will also be proactive, like INEC has shown, to make sure that adequate security is put in place for the election, which comes up 25th of February. That is next month. It will be appalling for us to have a shifting date for the election. It's very appalling. But now we have time to make all the preparations, have enough time to ensure that the right things are done, okay, as far as security is concerned. Let's not wait for the last minute to start. The action starts now. All hands has to be on deck for us to get our country back on feet. So we don't wait for the last hour. Okay, I think our guest is about getting ready. I'm watching him from the background to see when he comes up, and then we'll bring him on board. Remember, you can be part of this program. You can speak to us. You can also speak to Nigerians live, or just make an indication, and we'll give you the link to do that. But your questions, your comments, and your suggestions will appear on the screen. Just send it via any of our social media handles that are being displayed on the screen. You can reach us on Facebook, as well as on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So click, send us your opinion, send us your suggestions. What do you think that we should do as a people to guide against vote buying by those who have been doing it over years? Or rather, to guide against deceiving the people. There have been so many lies that they peddle on the social media against P2B, against all his supporters, including you and I. But we know they're not true. You know, a good example is what Reno Margaret said some time ago, and of course, what FFK said, which fact checkers have investigated and they've debunked it. Okay, where he said, that's FFK, that P2B during his time as a governor of Anambra State did not allow the Pentecostal churches to thrive, and they didn't build any church. Now, fact checkers went into action, made their inquiries, and they found out that the Pentecostal churches, including the Anglican Church in Anambra State, did very well during the time of P2B. And of course, they got direct support from the executive governor of the state, His Excellency Peter Obi. A clear example is Anglican Church, all right? They have a number of schools and hospitals that also got subventions and support, ambulances from Peter Obi as the governor. Some other Pentecostal churches also had their schools, and they also got support from the government. Buses we are giving, computers we are bought for the schools, boreholes we are constructed, and all that. And of course, roads, access roads to these places, we are also built by the governor. P2B isn't a man that discriminates. He is a man that loves God and loves the people too. So, is it even important to keep mentioning these guys who are rumor mongers and all that? You know, it's appalling that we see men who should be elders, who should be good examples to the young ones. Now you see them telling lies because of politics, discrediting the character and the image of someone who doesn't even have time to engage in any altercation with them. Someone who is focused on issues, problems, challenges of the country, and trying to find a solution to them. And this is the same man they're antagonizing, not only antagonizing him, employing every negative thing just to smear his name and character. It's not working because Nigerians are wiser. Okay. You also saw a video of a man who was given a hamper by the APC, and he was told to give out his voter's card. In exchange for those things, he put them on the floor, showing the camera clearly the contents of the bag given to him by APC. And he said at the end of it, I will not vote for them. I did not give them my voter's card. I must vote for Peter Obi. That goes to tell that Nigerian youth are resolved. They are resolute to ensure that this time around it won't be business as usual for these old politicians. We cannot continue to live in deceit and in poverty. Okay. Rubina, please check, has our guest queued up so we can bring him online?
Mr. Tiller, I am still waiting to have our guest on. He is not on yet.
Okay, I'm communicating him at the background now. I believe he will come up shortly. Our viewers, please join the conversation. Send your questions, your comments, and your suggestions, so we give them the treatment that they deserve. All right. Now, if you are in Lagos, I am particularly interested in Lagos today. If you are in Lagos, please reach out to us. Tell us what happened in Lagos this week. Okay, areas that we need to bring to the knowledge of Nigerians. As well as those in Kaduna and Abuja, you need to know what is happening there. Someone should also tell us what is happening in Niger State. It's important we know that. Now, this week, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, was dragged online because still he endorsed P2B, and since then the opposition has not had rest over that. They are losing sleep. So they dragged him, accusing him of taking some money to INEC and publicly declaring that no force can stop P2B from being the president. Well, as much as that is a rumor, I agree with that angle that says no force will stop P2B from being the president. And I say amen to that. But to say that the honorable patriarch of Nigeria, in the person of Olusegun Obasanjo, chief, will go the extent of taking money to bribe INEC. Oh no. Poor thinking. Do people even reason? Obasanjo of all people would do a thing like that? Well, that's not Obasanjo that we know. For Christ's sake, this is patriarch of the country. He is the Iroko of our democracy. And the same man that has continuously said, oh, people are corrupt, looting our common patrimony and saying we shouldn't go that direction, is the same man they want us to believe that he is bribing for Peter Obi. Nobody bribes for Peter Obi. Peter Obi himself does not even share. He doesn't give money. He gives ideas. He gives knowledge. He opens the people's mind to see and reason a way out from the current quagmire. And that is the food for thought. That's what the people are yearning for. And once they have seen it in him, they hold on to him with two hands. It makes him stand different from the old politicians who believe that votes have to be bought, conscience have to be bought, and of course, that poverty will be a weapon used against the people. All right.
Mr. Tilo, please, I want to quickly show out a clip of the statement of Aisha Yusuf during the last campaign rally of our principal.
Please bring it up. Now, viewers, pay attention to this as it comes up, so we know what is happening.
We do not support you because you are from the southeast. We do not support you because you are Igbo. We support you because you are competent, because you have empathy, because you are compassionate, a servant leader, because you are a transformative leader. And by the grace of God, on May 29, 2023, you will be sworn in as the president of the
That was in Enugu State when Aisha Yusuf gave her speech. Nobody is talking about tribe now, no, or religion now. No, it has gone beyond all that because we have common problem. Everybody suffers the same hunger. Everybody suffers the same deprivation. Everybody suffers the same thing in this country, bad economy and so on and so forth. So we are united in difficulty. We are united by hunger and we want solution. We want positive and sincere change. And that's what P2B is offering. So Aisha Yusuf got it quite right. There's this amazing thing about that lady. She was in Anambra State, okay, with P2B. She was in Enugu State. She was in Delta State, you know, and this is a woman, okay, doing all this. The youth should rise up even more and stronger to do the same in every local government, in every ward, in every polling unit. It should be no retreat, no surrender. Let us all become Peter Obi in our various capacity. So we anticipate your questions, we anticipate your comments, we anticipate your contributions to this program, and keep sharing. Okay, keep sharing it with your friends, keep sharing with your all your contacts on Facebook and other social media, so it goes viral, both in Nigeria and in the diaspora. It's very important. Okay, I would want us to have a clip. Okay, it's relatively a long clip of P2B's campaign. We had that jingle a time ago on this platform, and I would want us to have that jingle again because it speaks volume of where we are going and then what we should do to get there at record time. While that is coming up, let me remind you that P2B has a detailed and achievable manifesto. If you've not read this manifesto, you are missing a lot. Yes, you might think, okay, yes, we'll listen to him speak at various times. All right, yes. But please go take a look at the manifesto. Read it and acquaint yourself with what he's bringing on board. It's very important. It covers from security to agriculture to education to health and even to reclaiming Nigeria at a global standard. So make sure you take a copy and go through it actually. So is the video up now? Okay, it's coming up. Okay, someone said I should make this announcement. Please remember that the Central Bank of Nigeria gave a deadline for the new currency, the old currency not to be a legal tender in the country. That starts 1st of this month. Please do not be caught unaware or unprepared. Go now and move in the money you have into the banking system and get acquainted with the cashless policy and using electronic banking. It's very important so you don't lose value. Use this time to do that. Do not wait until the cut-off date because even the banks have been to the commercial banks, they've all been informed and told and mandated to stop issuing the old currencies. But they can receive for now. So use this time to move in your fund, cash, into the banking system and start using electronic banking applications to do transactions. It pays. You won't lose money doing all that. Okay, is our video up now?
Mr. Tilo.
Yes, I'm with you, bro.
Our guest, how far with him?
Yeah, I haven't seen him up. The communication seems not to be receiving any feedback or response from him.
Okay, while we are still waiting for our guest, I want to give a message from one of our men of God on whom to vote. It's simply tagged, call your people in the village.
Mm. Okay, bring it on, please. I think I've seen that clip.
The Lord has answered us in Jesus' name. Make phone calls to your brothers and sisters, relations in the village. Tell them what to vote. This is, tell them, that is in clean, clear language.
Picture the image.
Both the picture, the image, the logo, what to vote. The violent taketh it by force. Clearly, tell them if they vote against killers, God will judge them. If they vote for killers, if they vote for terrorists, if they vote for supporters and sympathizers of terrorism and sponsors and jihadists, God will judge them. Many of the people in the communities, they don't know what is going on. They are not hearing news. They don't know, they are not on social media. So you call them. Say, our nation is at a junction where the forces of destruction wants to tear it apart. That we have made up our mind that this nation shall fulfill the agenda of God. So this is the election date. This is how to vote, who to vote, how to vote. Clearly, clear terms. I speak like this because the matter of the election now is not just political anymore. It has become spiritual. If it is only political,
Well, that was Pastor Enenche Paul. Pastor Enenche Paul has been a very strong advocate of good governance for the people. And this time around, he had to speak in clear language. You call your people in, those who you have been assisting, okay, to survive. It's time to show them how to fish. Tell them in clear language. It's no longer telling people vote wisely. What is that wise voting they need to do? Tell them in clear language. Vote for Peter Obi. Vote for Labour Party. Show them the image. Show them the logo. Show them everything that they need to, know. Things they will see on the ballot to indicate that this is the right place to cast your vote. So you talk to them, you tell them in clear language. Everybody should do that. Pick up your phone, start talking to your people, send messages, send images, of Labour Party and P2B and everything. Send it to them. Tell them this is where you vote to get your country, functional again. So we all need to do that. And the time starts now. We just have over a month, a little over a month to the poll. Yeah, 25th of February, just shortly after Valentine, and we'll hit it up running. So please ensure that you are not found wanted. Ensure that you don't become lukewarm towards this project. I mean, it is not over until it is over. they have done everything they could to discourage obedience. First, it was that obedience, we are just 4 persons in one room using social media to confuse people. That one is gone. And after that, they said, well, they don't have structure. Now they say we have structure. They're saying now, oh, we cannot sustain it, it can move. Now we are moving. They said our principal is corrupt and he doesn't have the capacity and all that. Now they've seen he's not corrupt. They couldn't get him, with anything. And now they changed it again and said, well, he was just working for Tinubu or Atiku. He's just a stooge. Today, the narrative have changed. They refer to us as third force. Now we are the major force. You see how it's working. Okay. Well, it keeps getting better by day. And next week, we are going to see greater news regarding the presidential electioneering. Yes. Opposition cannot stop us. In fact, we ourselves, we are the big mascot. They are the opposition right now because we are taking every corner, every space. We are taking over every space. Thank you very much. And remember to send in your questions. Remember to send in your suggestions so that we attend to them and also pass them over to the authorities relevant that will handle those questions. Technically, we could not get the guest for tonight to be up here. Even the messages that we'll be sending to him are clearly not dropping in his inbox. So he's not seeing anything. I wonder what it is. Perhaps campaign, perhaps what. I cannot give that excuse. But I'm sure that coming Saturday, we are going to have our guests, 3 of them. They will be in the studio to speak to Nigerians and tell us what they are doing in their various constituencies to promote the obedient movement and, of course, the candidacy of His Excellency Peter Obi. So we expect them talking about Honorable Raymond Onyego and Honorable Nikki Ugochukwu, who is going for National Assembly, that is a House of Reps, particularly. And of course, Honorable Obinna also is going for a senatorial seat for Anambra South Senatorial Zone. They will be here to speak to Nigerians. Afterwards, we'll have more guests that will be coming. We expect to have in the studio somebody like the senatorial aspirant for Anambra Central in the person of Muhammadike, that's Victor Ume, Senator. He will be joining us. Again, we are going to still have Pat Tommy, the Institute professor, speaking to Nigerians on this platform, and more of them. So please keep watching us, keep joining us, bringing in your questions. You might even bring your questions before the program, so we'll present them to our guests to do justice to. And where you think that obedience needs to do a particular thing to take over the space, tell us, so that we'll start to do the needful. It's very important. Okay, somebody made a suggestion at our forum, and he said people should raise banner, raise billboard. They can join, together to do that. I think that is valid. I think it's something that people can do. All right, you may not do it alone if you don't have much resources to do that, but a number of people can come together, put resources together, and pull that strength in various locations, in your villages, in your shops, gathering places, every gathering places. Color it with Peter Obi and, of course, Labour Party. You should color every environment. Let it be that. All right. We would be closing very soon. It's 10 minutes to 10 right now, and we will be closing very soon. I think. Okay, that's not it. I thought we have our guests up, but that's not it. All right. During our Thursday broadcast, we made reference to the very poor, shameful comment, use of language by the team of Tinubu during the Tuesday live. And we did mention that for whatever reason, it's not good enough to use such a F word, in a forum such as that. And of course, no other forum should it be used. But analysis shows that followers are oftentimes like their leaders. So if their leader, Ashwaju himself, would tell people, his followers, to go snatch power, steal power, run with it, and never release it, you wouldn't be surprised that his followers are using the same kind of language, inciting violence, insults, and all that. So what do you snatch? Is it not a ballot box? But thank God it's not going to work this time around. Beavers has come to stay. Run with it. Is it not the same ballot box that they run with? Of course, it's not going to work this time around. Now, Nigerians should wake up. On that day, go to the polling unit. Make sure you stay there. Cast your vote and protect your vote. Make sure that the machine, as the Beavers machine, starts on the zero note, that no data is keyed in before they start accreditation and even voting properly. And after the voting, ensure that the Beavers is transmitted to the central server immediately. It should be done in your presence. So people of each community, each polling unit should pay attention. Okay, that was our song, and with that, we'll be coming to the end of the program. Maybe now you might want to give a goodbye message to Obedience and Nigerians for today.
Yes, very well, Mr. Tilo. I have message to pass to Nigerians. We are fighting for a new Nigeria, which is achievable on the 25th of February, next month, few days from now. What you should be fighting for as Obedience, what you should be fighting for as true Nigerians now, is the ability to reject temptation, is the ability for you to refuse that money that you are going to be given on the day of election. I want to see you as good Nigerians rejecting that money that the opposition parties will be giving out that day because they feel that it is still business as usual. Reject that money given to you and vote for the right candidate, which is Mr. Peter Obi, for us to have a better Nigeria. Remember that your salary today is nothing compared to a very little basic allowance of a child in UVS. Remember that you are not having the right standard of education because there is poor funding. Remember that you still don't have light in your houses, that there is still bring and take NEPA light in this country. Remember that in the market, the price of food is on the high side, and that you find it so tough purchasing meals, affording even a square meal for the day. Remember that Nigeria was once a country, and today it is a den where thieves come and take what belongs to you as Nigerians. Remember that so many of them who are out there contesting today are wolves in sheep clothing. All they want to do is to pretend to be good before you And then after you have given them their vote, they will tell you that they bought their vote with their money because you accepted that money from them. To be able to stop this, there is only one way. Reject that money that is going to be given to you on election day. And note that it is Papa, Mama, and Pekin that you will be voting for. LP. That is the symbol that identifies Peter Obi and all other Labour Party candidates that are contesting on that day. Do not allow us to face another 4 or 8 years of brutality. Enough is enough. If you want to change, support it, and it will come to you. May God help us and help every Nigerian watching right now, and everyone who is in the house. Please take the message to them. Tell them that rejecting the sum of 10,000 naira for one day is not the end of their life, because just few days after the principal has been sworn in, they will experience drastic change that they will thank God for in the entire life they are in and that of their children. Yes. I wish all Nigerians the best of luck in all you do. Keep campaigning for our principal, Mr. Peter Obi. Never you stop being obedient. And we'll see you again in our next event on Thursday, when we shall be reviewing our debate on Daddy Freeze. We are obedient, and we will be obedient until our Nigeria has been taken into good shape, and then the Lord has given us passport. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Obi. Now we shall be seeing you again, Obedience and Nigerians in general, next week, Thursday, when we review the Tuesday debate. Until then, this is where we say good night to you and see you again. Bye.
My father told me that they once called us the giant of Africa. And my father is not a lying man. But I don't know if I believe him anymore. Because nothing around me feels like the home of a giant. Ever increasing electricity tariffs, yet we generate our own power. We pay for roadworthiness on roads that are not worthy of our cars. We have a land blessed with so many natural resources, yet we import everything, even to speak. So many graduates, but no jobs. Our children will risk dying in the desert far away from home in search of greener pastures, because anything is better than staying at home and facing the hardship and insecurity that has become our existence.
The Nigerian problem is the economy. Because people don't have means of livelihood, you push them into criminality.
But I hear the sound of hope in the horizon, because Nigeria is in labor. This is the hour to band together from the north, east, south, and west, and push for the rebirth of the giant of Africa. Vote Peter Obi for president.